CRT Matt here, and today I have another video for you. It is the game Firefight / Deadzone Asterian Cypher Squad. We're going to take a look at this. There's 9 models that come in the box. There's 3 heavy weapons choices. You got a force rifle, a fusion beamer, and a light missile launcher. Now, I prefer the fusion beamer over the force rifle and grenade launcher. The force rifle is just 4 dice attack, but there's no specials on it. But that fusion beamer has an AP3 on it and also has anti-tank. So it's, I usually take the fusion beamer if I can fit the points in there for it. But we're going to build all 3 because there's 9 in the box. So you're able to build 3 heavy weapons guys, a leader, and 5 other guys that have the NOAA rifles. Also, if you're using this in Deadzone, it's great to build all 3 of those heavy weapons because you never know when you want to throw them in there. So let's go down to the table. Now here we're looking at the sprues, and on the sprues you get 3 guys, so you get 3 Cyphers, and you get your heavy weapons options on each one of the sprues. So you have plenty of the heavy weapons, but today, like I said, we're going to build one of them with the fission beamer, the light missile launcher, and one of them with the force rifle. The rest will be done in a NOAA rifle, but you could also build these into the Cypher Wardens, which have that charge beam that they come out of their hand, but I'm not going to build those with this squad. I have another box that I'll build a squad of those guys for to see if they're any good on the table. You never know when you might want to use them. You never have too many models, but just to take a look at the sprue, there's a lot of little pieces on here, which is no big deal. It looks like you got some arms, you got some legs attached here, and your weapons, of course, which are these right here. These are the NOAA rifles. I believe this is the fission beamer and the grenade launcher, another NOAA rifle. So you really could just build these all with NOAA rifles if you really wanted to, which is what I'm going to probably do for the other 6 of them. But these 3 right here, we're going to dedicate to the heavy weapons. So let's get that started. All right. I recorded putting them together, but because these models are so small and spindly and the parts are so tiny, all you saw was my fingers. So rather than put you through all that, I went ahead and just put them all together. And now I'm going to give you some tips and things that I learned by building the Cyphers. Now, I will say that these are the tiniest and most fiddly pieces I've had to put together for Firefight or Deadzone. But let me tell you, it wasn't overly complicated, but the plastics is great. The plastic on these are fantastic. I love it. They go together with that quick cement, the Tamiya thin cement that I used, and they look awesome. Now, I'm not going to touch them just yet because they're still kind of sort of drying, but I'm going to show you the sprue here. So you get 3 of them on the sprue like we talked about. Now, these new, well, fairly new sprues and plastics that Mantic is making are awesome because what they do is they give you a letter and a number and an arrow pointing to what implements or what guns, arms, and stuff belong to. Like that's A1. This is A2, which was a leg. And you can glue that on in any like orientation you want to. And B, B2, B3, all the way to B8 on some of these. So make sure you're following that as you cut them out. Now, like I was saying too, they have 3 different arms for the most part. These right here are for the charges that they shoot out of their hand. And those are different arms than the ones that connect with the weapons. So most of them are 2-handed weapons. You have this weapon right here with the cool looking thing there that you could put on them, the cool front. There's only 2 of them on the sprue there. You have some more NOAA rifles and also arms that connect because they do have hands right there that connect to both hands putting together. So make sure when you're cutting these out, you're cutting everything for A, setting it to the side, everything for B, setting it to the side, everything for C that you want to use on the sprue. Me, I'm kind of a weird fella. I cut everything out for A, set it in one pile, cut everything out for B, set it in one pile. Even if it doesn't belong to the actual, like what gun I'm going to be putting on the model. So I just wanted to point that out when you're cutting these out. Just keep the letters together and you'll find the right arms that will connect. Like this one here will connect to one of the two-handed weapons here, which this one's for A. And I believe there's another A gun somewhere, or I used a different arm or what have you. So I put them all three next to each other and I just started cutting things out and putting them together in the same pile. And once you have all the A's cut out for for all the sprues, you have all the A's in one pile. You can create three guys using all the A implements and they have everything together that's supposed to fit together based on the sprue. So that's one thing to point out. So another thing to point out, I would definitely use some sort of liquid cement because it will fuse these spindly, tiny legs onto the surface, and it will actually melt the plastic and melt it to the actual stand itself. It takes a little bit longer than the super glue to just attach, like not by much, but once you get it on there, let it dry, move on to the next one, glue it to the base, next one, next one, next one. And I would do bodies all the way across, then do your heads all the way across. Give it a little time to dry before you start putting on the arms, because I'm going to tell you the arms are the hardest part of these models. So you put, typically the right arm is the gun arm. So you want to put that one on first, and liquid cement allows you a little bit more time to deal with the model and to move the gun where you need it to be moved, because your connection is the end of this armature or this arm here, and the hand is attached to the weapon. So basically, when you're gluing this on, you stick a little bit more liquid cement there. You can put it on there, hold it there for a second, and then move it up. Just move it up to where the weapon it connects to, and then you can just hold their shoulders a little bit, and you can line it up as well. And me, I have big fingers, big fat fingers, and holding this, I had to be very gentle. I actually had to use tweezers in a couple situations, but they all came together and they look awesome. They have really cool poses that I put them in. And this one has a Noah rifle. This one here has a Noah rifle. This one here has a different one. I forgot what this one is, but you can see the difference in the weapons there. I believe that is the fusion rifle, I think. I'm not sure. That's a Noah rifle. This one here is a Noah rifle. This one here is the Fusion Beamer, I believe. And I have a couple more pieces of flash to cut off, but I usually wait till they're together and give them once over before I paint them. So this one here is a Noah rifle. And this one here is a Noah rifle. I believe that other one was the other style rifle they have. And there's your light missile launcher. So you're able to build nine guys, and you're able to get your 3 heavy weapons guys in there to swap out in a squad. So you have one guy who's a leader, one guy who has a heavy weapon, and the rest are just Noah rifles. So, and that's 6 in a squad. So to delineate who the leader is, I'm just going to paint their helmet a different color. That way I know which one's the leader in this squad, and I have all 3 heavy weapons options. Plus, if I'm playing Deadzone, I also have all the options as well to use in Deadzone. So all in all, really great kit, awesome build. I had fun building them. It took a little bit longer than it usually would just because of the fiddliness of the arms and stuff like that, but real easy to build. And I hope that helps someone out there who is looking at it going, what? So that's all I got for you guys. Ta-ta!